new big dog shocks, or more precisely, new big dog motorcycle shock absorbers. Welcome back to another edition of San Diego Custom Motorcycles.INFO's live service manual featuring Curtis Adams from Wild Steed Works. Okay, Curtis, what are we going to do with these shocks? These are K9 shocks, right?
Well, no, these are a Mid-USA, also known as V-Factor, chrome narrow body shock, which are designed for about 87 to 98 FX style Harley softails. But it's also the style of shock that has to be used on 05 and newer big dogs, primarily Mastiffs, K9s, and Choppers to a degree, because of a transmission mount or support bracket on the left side of the frame. So we're limited to this small diameter on that left side of the frame. So what we're going to do is we're replacing your shocks today because they're not holding up and your bike's bottoming out. But these shocks come designed for an older model FX Harley with slightly different frame geometry, so they're just a little bit soft. And so we want to firm up the damping just a little bit and firm up the preload just a little bit. And so how we're going to do that is we're going to separate these, and there's a spring inside here, and they use washers to preload it for our preload. So what we're going to do is open this up. We're going to add one washer to stiffen the preload up just slightly, and we're going to change the really low 5-weight oil that they have in these to a 20-weight Bel-Ray oil. And that should firm this shock up just enough to support your 210-pound weight really well.
Okay, sounds good to me.
Let's get going. Okay, so this is the location where we'll be putting our spring to firm up our preload.
You mean the washer?
Yes, the washer, sorry. And this is what we call one point on the preload.
Now that would make it softer?
This makes it firmer for the
Firmer,
preload.
okay.
Yes. All right, so you can see how thin the oil is. These things come with a really thin, about 5-weight oil.
Hey, look in there.
Yep.
Wow, that is thin.
Very thin, yes.
Now you carry these shocks in stock?
Yes. We have them in stock, and we can facilitate people for adjusting the preload and adjusting the damping. Excuse me.
Those shocks on your site, Curtis?
Yes. They're listed as medium duty and heavy duty.
What's your site address again?
www.wildsteedworks.com. That's steed as in a horse, S-T-E-E-D, works with an X, W-O-R-X. wildsteedworks.com. Okay, these shocks take 4 ounces of oil. It's 30 weight, we want 20. So we're going to put our unit back in first. We'll put our oil in. And so now what will happen is, because we added that washer, when we tighten this back down, it's going to compress that spring just that little bit that we want to increase the preload. Loctite. This is Loctite Clean and Prime. I prefer to use it with all my thread lockers because it makes the thread locker set up faster and harder. And as you can see, these shocks are adjustable for height. Unlike the stock shocks that we pulled off your bike. We'll do a final adjustment of the eyelet once we get the shock on the bike to get the bike at the height we want. And that's our first shock.
Okay.
We'll do one more and then we'll reinstall them on the bike. Well, you'll have some nice white bolts for something. Because I ain't putting these back in.
No. Yeah, why somebody would put spike bolts when no one can see it?
Probably had them left over laying around his shop. I'll put these on here to get rid of them.
So once we get these on there, then we're going to do the adjustment while it's still here so we could see
Well, yeah,
how high the tire is.
Well, we're going to set the eyelet with the tire where it's at right now because we want it at its max height.
Okay.
Because the weight of the bike will cause it to go down some. Come on. Long-winded bitch.
I'm assuming we don't use a torque wrench on this thing?
Nope. These are tighten it down as hard as you can get it.
So basically this is what anyone would do if they're tackling this job on their own.
Correct.
I assume there's no special tools and stuff, just the wrenches.
Correct.
But it should be done like this where the tire's up a little bit to get the right setting.
Yes. All right, folks, that wraps it up for today. Thanks for joining us again, and we look forward to seeing you next time on Live Service Manual.
If you're watching this on YouTube, please give me a like, share, or comment, and mark our YouTube channel as one of your favorites. This way you'll be notified every time we publish a new video. Take care.